Hey there everyone, I have the first round of the Adept Tournament Finals. I'm against Digby Strongheart. He's using a 29 fire, and I'm using my 29 balance. Digby here goes first, so I actually wanted to go second in the first match. That way, because each in the finals it's best of 3 rounds, and whoever goes first in the first match automatically goes second in the second match. Then, if there's a third match, it's random. And I wanted to go second in the first match, so that way, it's random, so he can't plan for being first, he can only plan for being second. And I still feel like I have a greater advantage being able to plan for first position. So that's why I wanted to be second, so I was okay with this. And it's just the usual stuff right now, kill the minion. And I'm expecting him to shield his minion a lot. Digby is a very slow player, but he is a very good player. And he will minion and infection stall you out of a lifetime. So that's kind of what I had to expect. Luckily, I hit that sandstorm even with the black mantle. I was happy to find that out. Because that black mantle that the minions cast is a real pain. It can definitely throw some matches, and that's the biggest problem with being second to fire, is because 90% of the time they're casting that smoke mantle the first turn, and so it's just really hard to take him down. And he brings out another minion. Like I said, he's very fond of his minions. I actually just go and wand the minion this turn, expecting him to shield it. So I'm just kind of predicting here, and turns out he just wants himself. So all in all, I still damage the minion, and he does cast the black mantle on me. Like I said, I hit through it, so that's good. But then again, it was a wand, so it's like, all right. So my prediction failed, but at least I didn't waste anything really. So I go for a sandstorm again here. And yeah, he shields himself, which I was a lot happier that he'd shield himself instead of shielding the minion. Because at Adept levels, it is a lot smarter to make sure you are fully shielded before you even think about trying to stall by shielding your minion. Because you don't have a lot of health to mess around with. So he's kind of low on HP. It's not too bad. But, I'm definitely not in killing range. He casts another shield on himself. That's okay. I cast a blade. I cloaked it just so when I reshuffle, I'll have more of them. And I just have to go for an elf, to get rid of the shield. I'm going to have to elf, or I'm going to have to use the blade anyways to wand or whatever. So might as well use an elf and get more turns out of it. He gets an infection on me. It's not too big of a deal, but I am kind of low on, I'm already down 300 HP, so I could use any healing I could get. And of course, he gets a sprightly, and it's just like, gosh darn it. It's a trend in my battle with him that I do damage and he gets a sprite. I go for my helping hands here because I just need to get rid of this infection, make sure my EP stays at a good range. However, I've been getting a lot of white pips, and so it's really hurting me on these minion kills. I thought about using Judgment to kill the minion, I didn't know what he was going to do, so I decided to just go ahead and black mantle him. Just so I could see if he was going to shield his minion, and he actually does, so I'm really glad I didn't waste my pips on that Judgment. Of course, the minion does fire shield him, and I do pack meteors, and so it's like, well now he's shielded from my next attack. Still don't have much. I remembered I did carry a treasure card Scald. I think I had 2 of them, and of course I go through like my whole side deck and don't find one. And so I just pass. There's nothing really I can do, but I didn't have any wands, I didn't have any elves, so Scald was really my best option for trying to take out this minion. Especially when he has a shield on himself, at least it'll allow me to deal more damage on him. So I'm past. I have 1 power pip and 4 white pips. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But I go for the Scald here, so that'll get rid of 3 white pips. So it's like, alright, maybe I can start getting power pips after this. And, I do hit the Scald, so that's good. And then my pet gives me a Fire Blade, and I'm just like, awesome, A Fire Blade is always nice. My only worry was that he would steal it, and then I'd be in real trouble. And of course, I'm given a white pip after this. It's just like, enough with the white. My pet. This pet here, 10% spellproof, sprightly, may cast Fireblade, and 5% power pip chance. And I have had so many white pips so far. And Digby's pet doesn't give power pips, and I swear, he's had way more power pips than me so far this battle. It's just like, things are not in my favor. Not only am I second, well, I guess that, doesn't really matter, but, no, I'm second, so I'm at a disadvantage, but then I get all these white pips. Like, that makes it even more at a disadvantage. Just swell. I decided to cast a blade here, because if he is to summon another minion, that way I'll have 2 blades for if I use a meteor, and that could do some really good damage. So, that's kind of what my thought process was. He cast Infection on me. And, yep. I got my balance blade up. I think I have 2 Infection on me, so that's not exactly looking good. But I think I have 1 Infection on him and a weakness. I go here for the Pixie to get the Infection off, get some HP, but also get rid of all these freaking white pips that I have. And he ends up summoning another minion knowing that his is going to die. So it's like, alright, cool, it's kind of what I wanted you to do. So now I can smack you in the face with a meteor. Alright, now look down the corner. See that connection bubble? Yeah. Guess what's happening? I'm disconnecting right here. Right here, when I'm about to smack him in the face with a double-bladed monstrous meteor. Okay, I waited a little bit and I was checking my little connection thing at the bottom of the screen. I'm like, well, I know sometimes if you wait long enough, you can, press OK, and it'll bring you back to character selection. You could go back and only miss a turn. And my connection was fine, so I tried it, and it wasn't working. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I was freaking out right now, like, you gotta be kidding me. He's gonna think I disconnected, on purpose and all that. And what actually had happened is the servers shut down. Like, they just, crapped out. So everyone was booted off the game. So he was over there worrying too that he disconnected, and because of our disconnection rules, if you're the one who disconnects, we tend to rule in the other person's favor. So he was like, crap, I'm going to have to go second 2 times guaranteed. But that wasn't the case. Everyone's kicked it off. So what we did here, we started from scratch again so that no one could set their deck for first or second. And here I end up going first. And it's like, I'm going first, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to win, but I would have liked to go second this round. And I felt like I was in a relatively good position in the last battle because that meteor would have done at least 500 damage to him. And I had an Infection on him, so I was sitting pretty well. But, oh well, things happen. Go here and just knock out his minion right away. I did have a blade up, because I know he minions a lot, so I put a blade up expecting this. And, yeah, I'm going to smack him in the face with this meteor. Yeah, see, this meteor only has 1 blade, and it did 421. So, if I had that second blade, another 35%, you would have done some pretty darn good damage. Here's a shield. I just decided to wand it off, so that way, when he summons another minion, he won't be shielded from that. And guess what he does? He summons another minion. So I'm like, alright, that's kind of what I expected / wanted you to do. So, discard a wand, and I go ahead and go for a Sandstorm. Sandstorm hits, because it has to, with my accuracy boosts. And minion goes down. Digby's at about half health now. But he takes off his Infection with the Sprite. And I'm thinking, and I'm like, let's see what happens here. What should I do? And I went for the Infection again, just in case he wanted a Pixie. So it cut that down pretty low. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Go ahead and cloak a blade just so I can get more and reshuffle. Don't think I'm going to get to that point. So I just go ahead and wand away his shield again, as I'm just building up pips. And his HP is still at about half. He brings out a minion here, and yeah, I was looking at, I think this here, crap, I don't remember, I'm sorry guys. Anyway, so I smack him in the face with yet another meteor, and so his health is extremely low. And I just decide to go for an elf here to keep the shields off of him. And so that way I can at least land attack. And now, this is what I was thinking of. I'm looking at his HP, and I'm like, calculating it out right now. If I get a power pip on this turn, I can use a monstrous judgment, and I could kill him right here, right now. But I get a white pip. So I got a ton of white pips this battle, too. So it's like, ugh, you're killing me. You're killing me. Use the black mantle here, because if he were to fizzle this heal here, I could go ahead and Monstrous Judge the next turn and kill him then. But no. So that didn't work out. I didn't get the power pip, and he didn't fizzle even with black mantle on him. It's like, oh well, you know, I'm not in any trouble here. I'm still ahead of him right now. I'm still in a good position. So I just go ahead and blade up. He goes for the link, I'm guessing just to get a little bit of a heal on himself, just to keep his head above water. Not sure if that was the reason or not, but I think here I go for my minion. Yeah, go for my minion, because I have a fire shield, so I knew I could shield my minion right away, depending on what he did. So that's just good news for me, because if I can waste, he's low on pips, low on HP. If I can get him to waste more pips, that goes in my favor, for sure, 100%. And minion does cast blade or shields on me, so even if you meteored this turn, I'd be safe too. And it's like, awesome, you're a great minion, I do like you. He hits me with infection, it's not a big deal. I just go ahead and infect him. I really wish I had a wand to break that shield, but frankly I don't. So I could have made use of that Spectral Blast. However, he has this Tower Shield, so I mean, no matter what, that Fire Shield is going to be going to waste. Or that Fire Trap. Goes for the shuffle here, and I did notice it was a treasure reshuffle because it took 3 pips. Well, 1 power pip and 1 white pip because he's wearing the Master Amulet. I go for a pixie here so I can get rid of an infection and get rid of these white pips that I seem to be cursed with. I have a 62% chance of power pip on this guy, and I swear it gives me like 20% chance. He goes for the Volcanic Shield here. I'm not worried about it. I do have 1 blade up right now. I'm just trying to build up pips because I just need a little more and I can kill him with a Judgment. Oh, once I get that freaking Tower Shield removed. I forgot about that. But I think right now, right now I have 2 Balance Blades. At least I'm pretty sure I have 2. Go for Meteor here. That gets rid of his Fire Shield. And it gets rid of that Tower Shield, but it also knocks out his minion, so I mean, that was awesome. Didn't bother using a Monstrous one, since I did have 1 blade, it could kill the minion, and Monstrous would just be a waste because I'm hitting into 2 of his shields. So it was a big deal. He fizzled the Locust Swarm, and I was like, ugh, I really wanted you to hit that, so I could, because I wasn't able to do quite enough damage after the Meteor. So, yeah, that's why I want to hit the Locust Swarm, so I could be sure I killed. Go ahead and blade him up here. So this Locust Swarm can do a little more, because Digby does have quite a bit of resist. And does 193. He does a Sprite, thankfully not a Pixie. And now he is low enough to kill with a Judgment. So that is what I do, and I'm able to knock him out with the Bladed Monstrous Judgment treasure card. So that is a good game. I win round 1. After that little mishap, which I don't know, I felt like I was doing pretty well in that first match. But you know, and so stay tuned for the rest of the finals, guys. I hope you enjoy the matches.